Hey there, Aquarius. Welcome to your reading for the week of January 16th. We're just going to jump right in here, Aquarius, and we are going to see what is going on for you at this time. Some of you could definitely be getting an inheritance. You literally have three inheritance cards right here. Again, people always ask me, they'll say, I don't know anyone who's passed away. Am I going to get an inheritance? No, you're not. You would know about this if it was going to happen. You're probably not the heir of, the king of some random country that doesn't exist, right? So I would say if you don't know about this, then this probably is a move or just improvements in the home is what it looks like to me. So I feel in your first position here, which is just going to represent your general energies, that there are improvements coming in for you. I mean, the Ten of Pentacles is probably one of my favorite home cards, or if you're moving with the world, it's amazing. If you're making a positive change, it's amazing. Just like a really good card. This is just a really good reading in general here, Aquarius. So I feel really a major positive change. I think maybe last couple of weeks have not been so amazing for you. And so I kind of feel like you need this. It's like a little bit of a gift from the universe. This entire reading is what I feel. Again, you have this house card says relocation home. You have this old man card says inheritance mail. Again, I'm a big fan of moving at this time, especially if you're moving somewhere, for example, that's cheaper but better. I keep telling people focus on additional benefits if you're going to move. Maybe you move somewhere that's cheaper, that's better, that's a bigger house or a bigger apartment or whatever, and maybe you get a job that pays you more money. If we do the research, we can find these opportunities. We can find opportunities for additional benefits. And again, I keep encouraging people to do that. And, just based off your reading, I would definitely encourage you to do that because it shows up here 10 times. So there are clearly some improvements coming in for you here with this energy. And again, some of you could be moving, of course. You have the Ten of Pentacles, the World, and the Four of Swords. So the World is some sort of achievement. I kind of have a back on track energy here. You have three aces, which is amazing. Again, it's been another one of those, I would say the entire month of January seems to me. It's another one of those times where I've been seeing a lot of aces showing up in the readings, which happened I want to say maybe it was over the summer or something like that of 2022. We had a bunch of aces coming up in the readings. So there could just be a lot of opportunity to start something new, start something different in work or business. And it looks like there could be a lot of success because of it with this Ten of Pentacles energy. Again, everybody's had the Ten of Pentacles as well. And I keep telling people, Ten of Pentacles is an amazing card, but it is a card of treasure. But it's treasure we have to look for. I always tell people that, to me, tarot isn't necessarily predictive as much as it's kind of guidance that's saying hey, if you do this, to me, tarot just points out opportunities. It just says hey, if you do this, if you work with this energy, you're going to gain success. If you don't, then you won't. And the Ten of Pentacles is a card of hidden or secret information. It can be a card of inheritance as well, of course, which we already talked about, but it can say that there is some information that exists that could make you very successful. And I think this is true for everyone. We have a lot of what I would describe as hidden energy, but it's not really hidden. It just requires work. So if you have a business, learn as much as you can about it. If you're trying to improve your love life, learn as much as you possibly can about it. The other thing that I have been encouraging people to do nonstop is this right here, Two of Wands and the Three of Wands. What are you waiting for? Always with you, Aquarius, this card. And the Two of Wands is if you're doing the same thing that you have been doing, then you're not learning anything new. So I would be putting yourself in new situations. You literally have three aces here. People keep saying, Chris, you always say the same thing. I'm hey, don't shoot the messenger. Three aces in every single reading that I've been doing. It's I can't force things to say what you want, right? Number one. Number two, I would be focused at this time. I would be thinking about kind of the blessings that you want in your life. I don't think you have these blessings yet, but I think if you think about them and then you learn about how you could potentially get the blessings you want in your life, then you will get them. It's just that simple. So let's clarify this first row and let's see. With the Ten of Pentacles, you have the Three of Pentacles. There's something about teamwork and love. If you look at it this way, if you want love, going to Ace of Cups to Five of Wands, it's that's conflict and competition. Obviously, the Five of Wands. It's there's something here about teamwork in a love situation. So, maybe some of you are single. Maybe you're wondering if you even want to work with a person in general. For others, I feel like there needs to be more balance, more teamwork just in general, but also amazing for teamwork in business, of course. With the world, you have the High Priestess, definitely a very intuitive time. We have, I think we have to mix like two energies right now as Neptune and Pisces. We're going to have Saturn moving into Pisces this year as well, which is going to be crazy. And, we have to bring some of our dreams down to earth. That's the only thing I would be focusing on. I've literally been talking about it for like 3 years. Why? Because that's the only thing I would be focusing on if I were you. And people keep, saying to me like, yeah, but, what about the, X, Y, and Z that's happening over here? And I'm like, okay, does that directly affect you? Probably not. You can't help people, places, or things from your current situation, probably, right? But if you improve your life, then you can. So again, I keep encouraging people, focus on what you can control, trust your intuition, focus on the big dream, bring it down to earth. I say this to you all the time. With the Four of Swords, you have the Nine of Wands. Yeah, don't give up. Some of you might be thinking about giving up on love, going this direction. With the Five of Wands, like the Wounded Warrior. Some of you could be healing from a love situation as well. And I would just take your time to heal. There's clearly something with a lot of potential that's coming in for you. Again, the High Priestess is the card of potential. The Ace of Pentacles is an opportunity that only has potential. The Three of Wands is like, are you just going to stand there and do nothing with this opportunity? So whatever you're thinking about doing, could be like moving, traveling, starting a business, getting into a new relationship. It's like the longer you wait, the harder it gets, is what I'm getting here. So I feel like you need to like get moving. You also have this turtle card, which says like slow and steady wins the race. This is coming up in the area of what you need to know right now. I don't think this is saying move slowly necessarily. I feel like it's saying get started. Like you have to get started, even if it's small, even if you're starting small on something that you want to do. You have to get started to kind of move forward, and I feel like that's what it's encouraging you to do. And it doesn't matter how long it takes you to do it. You have the Hermit, the Ace of Cups, and the Ace of Wands. I mean, two aces is a definite yes. You have two aces this way as well. So amazing reading with multiple aces, but I kind of feel like you have to follow your desire. I've been saying to everyone to follow your heart at this time because, especially over the next like 20 years, there's going to be like a lot of weirdness, a lot of craziness, and if we're not listening to our heart, then we're going to be misguided. So we really have to trust ourselves, at this time, and nobody else. So I keep telling people, don't listen to me, don't listen to your mom, don't listen to anyone. Like what I would say is maybe that's not accurate, right? It's not about not listening. It's about taking in information and saying, does this make sense? Does it not make sense? And figuring out what feels right for you. So I would say no gurus at this time. I've been saying this for years as well. We have Neptune's about to move into Aries. Neptune in Aries is like, somebody save me. It's like, a lot of us could be looking for, and there's more, that's just the beginning. There's more astrology like that, where people could be looking for a savior. But when you look at the worst times in history, it was always people looking for a savior, right? So we have to save ourselves. And, things could go any way, in any direction at this time. And I feel like if we learn to save ourselves, right, then we will save ourselves, plain and simple. The Hermit is a card that says you've been through some difficulties and challenges, and now it's time for you to kind of like shine your inner light. I do also feel there could be like a very passionate connection coming in for you if you want love. But again, I feel some of you are conflicted about love in general. With the Hermit, you have the Six of Wands, definitely an achievement coming in for you. I feel like you've overcome something or are in the process of overcoming some difficulty or challenge, and whatever it is going to lead to an achievement. With the Ace of Cups, you have the Eight of Cups. Yeah, see, like I said, I feel like some of you have like more of a negative view about love. It's not going to be true for all of you, obviously. Take what resonates, leave the rest. But what I would say is I feel you're kind of like walking away from things that no longer serve you. Some of you could be thinking about walking away from things. Again, I wouldn't don't punish yourself either. If you, put your heart and soul into something, doesn't even have to be love. Could be like a project, a business, whatever. And maybe you were wrong about what you thought was going to happen. I feel like this is saying don't give up, basically, is what I'm getting here. And you have the Nine of Wands in that row. With the Ace of Wands, you have the Death card. Definitely a transformation coming in for you. You have the Death card twice here as well, showing up here. Sometimes I feel like when I get a card over here, and then in the clarification, and then it shows up here, it's kind of zooming in on that position. So in the area of the unexpected, you have this card that says, don't forget to fulfill your needs while helping others. I mean, literally every single reading I've been doing has been talking about this. So make sure to fulfill yourself. You have this right path card as well. It says you are on the right path. Keep moving forward. You are not lost. Sometimes the right path is not always the easiest. Yes, I mean that if we could kind of boil down the next like 20 years of your life. And, that might be what's going on here. I think this is true for everyone, is that we all have these big journeys that we're about to go on probably. Pluto's a generational planet. It's moving into Aquarius, your sign. So it might not be like the easiest path, but again, I always tell people there are major benefits to taking the harder path. It's like, first off, easy come, easy go, right? So easy is not good. never the right thing, right? Number two, it's like when we take the harder path, it's less likely that there are other people who are also going to be on that path. And also, it's less likely that you're going to lose something when it was harder to gain in the first place. You're going to value it more. You're going to value the experience, the journey much, much more. You have the Death card, Ace of Pentacles, and the Five of Wands showing up here. I don't really feel there's anything unexpected coming in for you this week. Again, I always tell people I don't try to make readings fit. If it doesn't say there's anything unexpected, I'm not going to make something up. So again, I don't really feel there's anything unexpected. I do feel like there are, some ideas, some plans, maybe some opportunities that you should look at with the Ace of Pentacles. I feel like these opportunities, they just look like they have potential. Like I said, with that the High Priestess, because again, she just represents potential. This card represents potential. So you might get an opportunity and it might just be potential. Like there might not be like a foundation, or there might not be, something that kind of confirms to you that it's going to work. If it's like a business idea or even a relationship idea, there might be some obstacles to overcome. There's some mountains right here on this card and they represent kind of like obstacles, but it is a card of success. So I kind of feel like some of you have to accept an opportunity. Again, look, this looks very similar to me. Right here. It's like this archway right here on this right path card. So I feel like you're on the right path, but this is something that you need to continue to grow with this energy. I feel like Five of Wands is my card of Indiana Jones. Literally, that card says sometimes the right path is not always easy. I call this card Indiana Jones because it's like a card of needing to go through something, like run through some sort of crazy temple to get a reward at the end. So some of you, it's like you're on this journey of finding treasure in your life. 10 of Pentacles, literally the card of finding treasure. And if you do it, then you're going to find it. So don't take the easy way out here, Aquarius. You do have the Death card, and again, you had the Death card before. I do feel there's a transformation coming in for you. Part of me feels like it's your feelings. Maybe you're just feeling more positive, which obviously when we feel more positive, that can spill over into other areas of our life, and it can make us more successful in the other things that we do. So probably not a bad thing. With the Death card, you have the Knight of Wands, adventure. Definitely time for you to go on adventure. World, 10 of Pentacles, you literally have that relocation card. Maybe you're not relocating, but maybe you're just traveling, or maybe you're going on a mental adventure as well. When we go on mental adventures, we're like learning new things, and I think that would be a good idea for you. With the Ace of Pentacles, you have the moon. I mean, are you kidding? It's like the moon exists up here. It doesn't exist down here. I always say, the moon does not say stop. The moon says, bring your idea down to earth, right? There's a path straight down the middle of a traditional moon card that ends in some mountains. And it says, you need to climb those mountains, hermit. You need to go up those mountains, accomplish your goals. That's the only way you're going to find out. So I would get moving here. With the Five of Wands, you have the Lovers. How did I know that at the beginning of the reading? I literally said that diagonal is really saying to me there's like some sort of conflict in love or your love life. I don't know if I'm being honest. I have no clue what it is, but it's like it's like if you're experiencing a conflict with a specific person here, like you could live with this person because of these home cards and everything like that. I feel like there needs to be more communication, but this is like not seeing eye to eye. Five of Wands. You also have this right here, Six of Pentacles, giving to two. So I would say, do you need to keep yourself stuck in a situation in the first place? Is kind of my question. I feel like this is only for a few of you. Obviously, it's not going to be for all of you, but I don't know, think of those questions. For others, I feel like there is new love coming in, but you're just conflicted about love. Could be a fire sign. You have Pisces here twice. Could be a Scorpio twice. Could be a Virgo as well. So, there you go. Next in the area of messages from your future self, you have the Sun card. It says your perseverance will be rewarded. Again, literally just not giving up on what you've been working on is going to be rewarded. So you've been perseverant, and I feel like you're finally kind of getting the rewards that you have wanted for a very long period of time. You have the Two of Wands, Three of Wands, and the Six of Pentacles. Literally what I was talking about in the beginning of the reading. I mean, like needing to leave a comfort zone, needing to take the lead. Everybody gets the Two of Wands. Three of Wands, needing to expand, needing to get out into the world. And then the Six of Pentacles is just slow and steady, kind of like that turtle card. It's like plant a seed, see what grows. If it grows, keep putting work into it. And we're talking about all areas of your life. If it doesn't grow, then move on to something else. Try something different, right? I think that too many times people think like, oh, I want to start a business. It didn't work this way, so it's just not going to work. It's like, no, your perseverance will be rewarded. So you just need to try another way. There's a million ways to do pretty much everything. And if there was ever a time where we could discover new ways that have never been tried before, it would be Pluto and Aquarius. So what are you waiting for is what I would say to you. You see the opportunity. The real way to read the Three of Wands is that it is your ships coming in, but he's looking out there and the water is golden in color, and it kind of represents the fact that he might be looking out there and seeing a desert at first. He's not seeing water, but when he looks closer, he sees the ships. It's a card of like looking at something where at first you don't see an opportunity, but when you look closer, there's a major opportunity. He has the opportunity to go on an adventure. So I would get your ass moving here, Aquarius, because I feel like there's a lot of success coming in. You also have the Two of Wands. Yet you're going to have to take the lead here. I feel like you're going to have to do things you've never done before, which I think is true for everyone, but it's like doubly true for you for sure. You're going to have to take the lead. I feel like some of you are going to have to leave comfort zones as well. So, there you go. I had nothing else. I thought I was going to say something more, and I just wasn't. So there you go. Let's see. With the Two of Wands, you have the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups says follow your heart as well. I think that's pretty much the best advice for Pluto in Aquarius in general, is to follow what feels right for you. And again, the trick with Pluto in Aquarius is it might not be right for everybody else, but it's right for you. That's all that matters. With the Three of Wands, you have the Star card. Are you kidding? So you showing up here in a very strong position. I also feel that the Star, comes up for everybody now because of Pluto and Aquarius, I believe. I think we all need like a North Star. I think we all need something to focus on that motivates us to action. But I also feel like there is some sort of something that you're focusing on now where you're hoping or wishing that it's possible, whatever it is. It could be like an idea, wish, goal, or dream. It's like you have something that you want to create in your life. Totally possible, no matter how impossible it seems. But I feel like you have to get started and you have to be perseverant, right? With the Six of Pentacles, you have the Six of Cups. Love it. Definitely an improvement this week. You have two sixes on top of each other here, and two sixes to me, if you don't know, I love two sixes because to me, it says you're going in the right direction. It's kind of like confirmation of your path. So I feel like you are on the right path at this time here, Aquarius. But let's see, we're pulling 5 main themes now. You have this older man card, says dealings or relationships with an older man. It also says gong. You have this gong card. I always clarify these people cards. And so I feel like it could be any gender, doesn't matter, but there could be an exciting event with a person who could be older than you, could also be more mature than you in general. Next, you have this mountain card that says major challenge to overcome. This has come up at least 2 times, maybe 3 times for this week. So very interesting. And we talked about mountains, but again, where do you get the best views? People always say, why would I want to climb a mountain? I'm like, where do you get the best views? At the top of a mountain. So climb the mountains. Don't be afraid. Don't turn away from things that are challenging. You have this flute card that says disappointments in a friend or a lover. I was kind of getting this with the Five of Wands. There could be some sort of disappointment going on, but is it like a bad disappointment? I guess because you're like disappointed, but I don't really feel that it's like a bad disappointment. I don't even know. It's just like, I really just don't even know what to say with that Five of Wands in that Lover's card, because it's like I'm not getting anything, and maybe that's the problem. Maybe you're dealing with a person where there's nothing. It's just dead air, right? It's like there's nothing existing. I don't know. You have this ear card. It says good news. I feel there's a lot of good news to look forward to, but it's going to be on this new journey that you are taking. You have this Fox card. It says shrewdness and resourcefulness, especially in business. So I feel there is a lot of success coming in for you financially. We see that a lot in this reading. So it looks like a very good week. And again, the thing that I would really pay attention to, the first thing, is the Ten of Pentacles, like finding information. But I do feel like you've inherited a lot of information that could lead to a lot of success in your life. It's like, we learn a lot through life, obviously. So in work or business, maybe you've learned things that could lead to more success. But I feel like you need to kind of like put it into action. Plain and simple. But this is a pretty simple reading. Very straightforward. So thank you for being here, Aquarius. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your week.